Hi, and welcome to English-Fabule. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
Today, when October ends, many streets look colorful. Houses have big orange pumpkins and spider webs. Children dress in many kinds of costumes, like superheroes or witches. They go from house to house asking for candy. Their parents often walk with them. This night is called Halloween. It is a time for fun, costumes, and a lot of sweet treats. Many people spend money on decorations, costumes, and candy. It looks like a big party for families and friends. But Halloween was not always like this. Imagine 2,000 years ago. There were no big candy companies or plastic costumes. People lived in ancient Celtic lands, far away from cities. They celebrated a festival called Samhain, say Samhain. This was a very important and serious time. It marked the end of summer and the start of the cold, dark winter. People believed that on this night the line between the world of the living and the world of the dead became very thin. Spirits could walk among people. To protect themselves, people wore animal skins and lit large fires. They left food outside their homes for the spirits. Samhain was about death, protection, and respect for the unknown. It was not a fun party. So, how did this serious old ritual become the colorful, commercial event we know today? How did a night for spirits and real fear turn into a holiday where children get candy and adults buy many decorations? This book will look at how Halloween changed over a very long time. We will explore this long journey from serious rituals to a big family show. 2. The Old Festival. 2,000 years ago, Halloween began in a festival called Samhain. The Celtic people in places like Ireland and Scotland celebrated it. Samhain was a very important time. It marked the end of summer and the start of the long, dark winter. For the Celts, the year had two main parts, a light half and a dark half. Samhain was the time when the light half ended and the dark half began. It usually happened around November 1st. This festival was more than just about farming. Farmers brought their animals down from summer fields. They killed some animals to save food for the winter. The warmth and plenty of summer changed to the cold and scarcity of winter. Samhain was a serious time, full of old beliefs. The Celts believed that on this night the line between the world of the living and the world of the dead became very thin. Spirits could easily cross over. Good spirits, like ancestors, were welcomed home. But bad spirits and fairies also walked freely. People wanted to be safe from these harmful spirits. To protect themselves, people made large bonfires. Priests often lit these fires. They were not just for fun. These bonfires had special powers to clean and protect. People even threw bones from slaughtered animals into the flames. After the celebration, families took embers from the communal bonfire to relight their home fires. This was a way to start fresh and stay safe. People also wore special clothes. They used animal skins and masks to make costumes. These costumes were not to scare their friends. They were to hide from the bad spirits. The Celts thought that if they looked like something else, the spirits would not see them. The costumes made them look like they belonged to the spirit world, giving them camouflage. Another important custom was leaving food. Families placed food outside their homes. Sometimes they even set places at their tables for dead family members. These food offerings were for the wandering spirits. People hoped that by giving food, the spirits would be happy and would not cause trouble. This old practice helped keep people safe and honored the dead. Samhain was a night of deep meaning. It was about facing the darkness of winter and the mystery of death together. It taught people to respect the boundary between worlds and prepare for the future. 3. New beliefs. The mighty Roman Empire spread its power, reaching many Celtic lands. As Romans lived among the Celts, their customs began to mix. The Romans had festivals of their own, and 2 of these became part of Samhain. One was called Feralia, a day to remember those who had passed away. The second was Pomona, a celebration for the Roman goddess of fruit trees. Some historians believe that traditions like bobbing for apples, still done today, may have come from Pomona's connection to fruit. This mixing added new layers to the ancient Celtic festival. Then a big change came with the spread of Christianity across Europe. The Christian church grew stronger and brought new beliefs. In the 8th century, an important religious leader, Pope Gregory III, made a new holiday. He chose November 1 to be All Saints' Day, also called All Hallows' Day. This was a day to honor all the Christian saints. Many people think the Church set this date to slowly replace the pagan festival of Samhain with a Christian one. In the year 835, All Saints' Day became an official holiday in the Frankish Empire. The evening before this day, October 31, was known as All Hallows' Eve. Over many years, the name All Hallows' Eve became shorter, and people started to call it Halloween. Later, November 2 was added as All Souls' Day, a time to pray for the souls of all dead people. These 3 days together were called All Hallowtide, a period for remembering the deceased. This was a clever way for Christianity to include parts of Samhain. The Church did not completely stop the old traditions that Celtic people loved. Instead, it took those customs and gave them new meanings that fit Christian teachings. This process is sometimes called syncretism. Many of the ancient practices continued, but their purpose changed. For example, people still lit big bonfires, but now they might have new Christian reasons. They still wore costumes, but these might be seen as protection from evil or a way to honor saints. Food offerings for the dead also continued, but with a Christian purpose of praying for souls. So, even with the new Christian ideas, the old ways did not completely disappear. The ancient belief that spirits could move between worlds on this night stayed. People kept wearing animal skins or masks to hide from unwanted spirits. The fear that the dead walked among the living remained a part of the celebration. Halloween became a mix of old Celtic traditions and new Christian faith, carrying both deep ancient fears and new religious beliefs, creating a holiday that was rich with many meanings. 4. Halloween in a new country. In the 1800s, many people from Ireland and Scotland moved to America. They left their homes to find new lives. These immigrants brought their old ways of celebrating Halloween with them. They shared their traditions in this new land. These traditions included lighting fires, playing games to tell the future, and dressing up in costumes. They also brought the custom of carving vegetables. Back in their home countries, people often carved scary faces into turnips or potatoes. They used these carved vegetables as lanterns to keep evil spirits away. But in America, a new vegetable was common, the pumpkin. Pumpkins grew well in America and were much bigger and easier to carve than turnips. So, the Irish and Scottish immigrants started using pumpkins for their lanterns. This change made the pumpkin a main symbol of Halloween in America, known as a jack-o'-lantern. As Halloween traditions grew in America, the holiday started to change. For many years, Halloween became a night when young people, especially teenagers, played pranks and caused mischief. In the growing cities, these jokes were not always harmless fun. Sometimes they became very destructive. Young people would overturn outdoor toilets, steal fences, or put soap on car windows. They might block streets or throw eggs at houses. There were even reports of property damage and small fires. This behavior became a serious problem. In the 1920s and 1930s, newspapers often wrote about the vandalism on Halloween night. The actions of these young people caused big concerns in towns and cities across the country. Communities wondered how to stop the increasing trouble and keep Halloween a safe night for everyone. The holiday was becoming known for its chaos, and a solution was needed to bring order back to the evening of October 31. 5. A family party. In the late 1800s, people worked to make Halloween a safer time. Before this, Halloween had often been a night for young people to cause problems and make mischief. Adults in towns and cities were worried about the damage and wanted a different kind of celebration. They looked for new ways to enjoy the holiday that were more polite and good for families. Magazines played a big part in changing Halloween. During the 1870s and 1880s, these magazines began to show Halloween as a time for enjoyable house parties. These parties were for both adults and families. They were meant to be wholesome and supervised events, not chaotic ones.
People were encouraged to gather for social fun, creating a friendly atmosphere in their homes. These parties often included many games. A popular type of game was about fortune-telling, especially for finding a future spouse. Young men and women would play games to guess who they would marry. For example, they might look into a mirror in a dark room. Another common game was bobbing for apples in a barrel of water. These old traditions, once part of ancient festivals, now became fun activities at polite parties. Other games used nuts, yarn, and candles to predict future events. The main goal was often to help young people find a partner. Companies quickly saw a chance to sell new products for this changing holiday. The Denison Manufacturing Company was very important here. Around 1909, Denison started making and selling special Halloween party supplies. These were often made from colorful paper.
They offered a range of decorations, like cutouts of black cats, witches, and devils. These items helped people easily turn their homes into festive, spooky places. Denison also printed bogey books each year. These were guides that told people exactly how to host a successful Halloween party, giving ideas for games, food, and, of course, many suggestions for their own decorations and costumes. This marked the true start of Halloween's commercialization. Businesses like Denison did more than just offer goods. They actively taught Americans a new way to celebrate Halloween. They created a demand for specific party items, changing Halloween from a local folk event into a holiday that involved buying many products. This shift helped move Halloween away from its reputation for pranks and toward a more organized, consumer-focused family celebration. It showed how companies could invent new traditions and make a holiday popular in a different way. 6. Sweets for everyone. Halloween night used to have a big problem. In the early 1900s, young people often caused trouble. They played pranks and sometimes damaged property. Communities wanted to stop this mischief. In the 1930s, a new idea started to grow: trick or treating. This was a way to make Halloween safe and fun for everyone. Children dressed in costumes would visit houses. They would get treats like fruit, nuts, or small candies instead of making trouble. This simple exchange helped change the holiday. At first, trick-or-treating was not very popular across the whole country. Its growth was slow, partly because of big world events. During World War II, which lasted from 1939 to 1945, many things changed. Sugar was a rationed item, meaning families could not buy much of it. This made it difficult to offer many treats for Halloween. So, during the war years, Halloween celebrations were often smaller and quieter. After World War II ended, life slowly returned to normal. Sugar became widely available again. This was a big moment for trick-or-treating. With plenty of sugar, families could easily buy and give out candy. The practice quickly became very popular in the 1950s. Many children in new neighborhoods went door to door for treats. Candy companies quickly saw a great chance. Before this time, Halloween was not a major holiday for selling candy. Christmas and Easter were bigger. But with millions of children now trick-or-treating, candy makers like Mars and Hershey's had a new market. They began to produce and sell small, individually wrapped candies. These were often called fun-size bars. These smaller sizes were perfect for giving to many children. Companies marketed their candies for Halloween, making it the best option for quick and easy treats. This helped candy become central to the holiday. In the 1970s, a new fear changed Halloween even more. Many parents worried about dangerous treats. There were stories, mostly untrue, about poisoned candy or sharp objects hidden in treats. This created a widespread panic. Parents became very careful about what their children received. Because of this fear, homemade treats almost completely disappeared. Instead, commercially wrapped candy became the only trusted and safe choice for parents. This meant candy companies became even more important for Halloween. Their wrapped products offered safety and peace of mind. This strong link between candy and Halloween grew stronger each year. Candy companies planned years ahead for Halloween sales. The holiday, once about ancient spirits and community gatherings, had become a huge event for selling sweets. Today, billions of dollars are spent on Halloween candy, showing how much it has changed the holiday. 7. Halloween today. Today, Halloween is a very big business. In a recent year, people in the United States spent over $13 billion on Halloween. This is a very large amount of money. People spend money on costumes, which cost about $4.3 billion. Candy costs almost $4 billion. Decorations for homes cost about $4.2 billion. Each person who celebrates spends more than $114 on average. Halloween spending has increased by about 70% in the last 10 years. Halloween is not just for children anymore. Many adults also celebrate. Almost half of adults wear costumes. People in their 20s and 30s spend the most on the holiday. They go to big parties and themed events. This has changed Halloween into a major celebration for adults, too. Now, Halloween things appear in stores very early. Sometimes, stores sell Halloween decorations in June or July, even before summer is over. This is called Halloween creep. This early start helps stores sell more for a longer time. American Halloween traditions are also spreading to other countries. Pop culture, like movies, and big companies like Disney help spread these ideas around the world. In Japan, Halloween is very popular, but it looks different. It became popular after Tokyo Disneyland started Halloween events in the year 2000. People do not go trick-or-treating because it is not their custom to knock on strangers' doors. Instead, they have huge public parties in cities like Tokyo. Many people wear very detailed costumes called cosplay. They mix American Halloween ideas with Japanese pop culture. In Mexico, Halloween is celebrated, but it is often seen alongside a more traditional holiday called Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. This ancient festival is on November 1st and 2nd. Some Mexican children now trick-or-treat on October 31st. But Dia de los Muertos is very important. It is a joyful time to remember and honor family members who have died. People make special altars with flowers and special foods. It is not about scary things like Halloween, but about celebrating life and death together. 8. The holiday's spirit. Halloween is a big business today. People spend many billions of dollars on it each year. But why is it still so popular? Why do we still love this holiday so much? One reason is that Halloween helps people connect. In many places, neighbors do not talk much. But on Halloween night, families walk together. They go to other houses for treats. Neighbors open their doors and say hello warmly. This helps people meet and build a stronger community. It is a simple way for strangers to become friends and feel part of the neighborhood. Halloween also lets people break normal rules in a safe way. For one night, things are different. Children ask adults for candy. People dress up as monsters or strange characters. The spooky things become fun. We can explore fear without real danger. The skeletons and ghosts on lawns are like a safe way to think about death. We can be scared, but we know it is not real. This helps us practice facing our fears in a fun way. Adults also like to wear costumes and be someone else for a night. It is a time to play and try new looks, stepping outside daily life. However, Halloween also has some problems. One big problem is cultural appropriation. This means taking parts of other cultures for costumes. For example, wearing a Native American headdress or a Japanese kimono as a costume can be hurtful. These items are important to those cultures. When people use them for fun, it can make their traditions seem silly or unimportant. It can be disrespectful to people who have faced hardship. We should choose costumes that are not rude to others. Despite these issues and all the marketing, the old spirit of Halloween is still alive. We still need what the holiday offers. We need to connect with our neighbors. We need to safely play with fear. Like the old Celtic people, we mark the end of light and the start of dark winter. We gather together. We make light and fun in the darkness. We think about what has passed and what is coming. On October 31st, the line between worlds still feels thin. The old spirits still walk. Today, we just call them children, asking for candy. What is your favorite part of Halloween, and why?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.